Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. And this week we're continuing to work on Nick's Volkswagen T4, and today the big job is to actually tint all of these windows. Now, you don't need a lot of tools or even any expensive tools or anything to actually tint a window. So these are the few things that you just need to be able to get it work. So first you need a spray bottle, and in here you can just put normal detergent, you know, a washing up liquid with a bit of water. That's going to be the lubrication that you put on the window to make sure that you can slide the tint on it and get it in place. Second you need is something like this to actually cut your film with, because you want to be getting a straight line when you're cutting your film. So make sure you get one of these. And finally you need a good blade. We're going to be marking this all on the window, cutting it around to make it the shape that we need, and then we're going to put it on. If you've got a dull blade, you're going to rip through the tint. And the final thing you need is a lot of patience and a steady hand, because you're going to be cutting this line as perfect as you can with on there to make sure that you get it on. Let's show you the process of how we're going to go about it. First thing we've got to do is we've got to actually first clean all the windows.
So for all you lovely people on the interweb watching, David's cleaning the windows because you can't put them on dirty windows, obviously. David, got anything to say to your millions of followers?
Yeah, this'll never catch me washing windows, that's for sure. This is the only time that I wash windows. Don't tell my wife. She'll make me do that.
She's totally convinced that everything he does in the house is rubbish, so he doesn't have to do anything. It's taken him years to establish that persona.
Absolutely, and it's one that I'm going to abide by. So this is getting deleted. I'll never get added on here.
Don't delete this. I'll tell a wonderful joke about beep.
Filthy. Probably been a good 10 years before the last time this window was cleaned, if not more.
I'd hate to go around it with a black light.
No. Definitely. On the roof.
See, David lives quite close, obviously right outside my house. There's David's van. How'd you zoom in with this junk? Oh, there we go. There's his van. Oh, he wants to get out. Should we let him out, folks? What's the magic word?
Open it up now.
Ooh.
Right, let's just switch over to the DJI.
There you go, folks. We had to switch cameras because this camera has an awful battery. You know, something you'd think Sony would be able to fix. What model camera is that?
It's a ZV-2.
A ZV-2. There you go, folks. You heard it here first. The ZV-2 is shit.
That's a good camera. It runs out of battery very quickly. I've got to do two windows. Let's just do one first. So obviously you're probably wondering why we're measuring the outside since the film goes on the inside. What we're going to try and do, if you thing into here, Nick, you can see these black dots that go all the way around. What we want to do is we're going to cut the film on the front of it just above those black dots all the way around, which will then give us a little bit of gap on the inside to allow all the water and air to come out of the film when we place it on the inside. But we always, first of all, cut it on the outside window, then we'll transfer it into the inside, add the water and move it all. This is probably the hardest bit of the tinting, is actually cutting it in a straight line. So measure 50, 56, what's that in millimeters? 560.
5,700,000.
560 millimeters or something. So we need to measure it at 57 centimeters. Yeah, a little bit longer. That's right. It might be better to do it with a blade, mate. You don't want to crease it. I think it's more for like paper rather than film, that stuff.
It's for vinyl.
Oh, is it? So that's the first tint on, and you can definitely see the difference from that one there to that one there. Now, me and Nick are definitely just putting it out there, we did not pick the purple. Purple rain, purple rain. This was picked by Morris, who's obviously buying the van. I think it's a terrible idea. I wanted it to go black, but at the end of the day, each van's got your own sort of, you know, your own personality, and that's Morris's personality. So he wants to go for the purple, so we've gone for purple. Now, obviously this isn't perfect. I'm not a professional in any way at fitting this, but I'm a DIYer at fitting it, and I think it's going on all right. We'll have to clean the outside now just so we can make sure there isn't any bubbles, and then we'll just go around with the card and just remove any little bubbles that are on there. But a lot of it will just remove as well when this heat hits it as well, because once it starts getting the sun on it, it will stretch out. So, right, let's move on to that window now. So here we go, first window completely done. Very, very purple, but that's what Morris likes. Got Nick in the back just cleaning up this one, had some stickers on it. So we need to make sure that all the glue and everything is off before we apply the other tint to it. And then we're going to knock off this big window. See how we do. So that's these three side windows done. Now there are little bits on them that are obviously not perfect yet. You can see tiny little bubbles there, but we're going to get the heat gun on them and go around the corners. But there were some massive big fingers that were coming up it, but we managed to heat them up and get them down, so we've let it set for a little bit, and we're going to go over the corners now and just push the last little bit of air and bubbles and water out from them as well. But on the whole, I think it looks alright. I am not a fan of the purple, but you guys may be. He is changing the colour of the van, so this isn't, I'll put a link up here of the colour that he's actually going to be painting the van in. He doesn't want to keep it in the green. Doesn't look too bad actually, I suppose. As I said, the purple's not really for me, but what do you guys think? Tell me in the comments below, do you like the purple? Especially with the colour that he's going to pick. I don't know, I think I would have gone with black myself. No, I don't mind actually doing tinting, I actually quite enjoy it. It's something that I've done for a while. But one thing I do hate is bloody cleaning windows. Absolutely hate doing it. I think it was the main reason why I stopped doing tinting in the first place. But anyway, let's get them clean. They've got to be clean before we put the film on, otherwise it just doesn't look nice. So we've got that on now, but it looks like outside I've cut it a little bit too big. So we need to trim this corner right down without messing it up really, which sounds easy, but even if I cut it slightly off and you see light through it, then I'll just have to do the whole thing again, which is ideally not what I want to do. And voila, that's that window done. No bubbles, no nothing. Not bad.
But I will never want it any other way. And we were always talking, wishing for the phone, not to.
So now that we've put them on, I've gone outside and I've just cleaned the window from the outside. Can't really clean the windows from the inside yet. It's usually good to keep them for a week or two without even putting anything on them to allow the glue and everything on the tint to actually stick properly. But I've gone outside to clean them just so that we can see if we can pick up any little bubbles or things that we can't see. Like, for instance, now that I've cleaned it, I can see that there are bubbles there. I don't know if you can see them on the camera. But there are little bubbles just there and just here. It's not really visible on the camera, but now that I can do that, I can just go along with my card and I can just push out all those little bubbles just now, and I can see kind of clearly what it looks like. So let me get on with that. I'm not 100% on this purple. I think black would have looked a lot better on it, but obviously this is what Morris wanted. He knows what colour he's going to be painting this van, so maybe it would match. What do you guys think? Do you think purple's the way to go? Or do you think black? Or maybe a different colour? Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Well, that's enough for today. We're going to come back tomorrow, finish off the back windows, and also we're going to finish off the bed. And I think we're going to be making a stool that's going to go here in the front. It's going to go here in the front because what we want to do is actually make it so that we can extend this bed out, as Morris is quite tall, so that way we would have the full length if you wanted to. It's an idea we're coming up with. If you guys have any ideas, drop them in the comments below as well, or head over to my Instagram and drop me a DM there, or drop a message on one of my pictures. Morning guys, and welcome to another day. So today, oh my god, I just turned purple as I walked in here. The light completely changed. So today we are going to finish off the tints on that side of the van there and the back window. Then the plan is to get the boards on top of this bed so we can then cut the mattress and everything to shape. And then we're planning to make some sort of extension piece or something that we can put here so that Morris is going to be able to lie down full out. Let's get done with this window, which is already prepped and ready to go, and then we'll start on the rest of it. See you in a minute.
Good morning, folks. We're here to carry on doing the tinting because David's too much of a lazy to finish it yesterday.
I've already filmed the intro for today.
That's right, I'm adding another one for you. Oh.
I already put in that Nick abandoned it.
This is the money shot, right? So he's having to fix what he did yesterday because I think he got a bit blinded by the purple.
So it's the heat that's gone on it now and stuff, now that it's stuck down properly.
It's really hard to see the air bubbles when you first do it, although they're not even air bubbles, they're water bubbles, so they're almost invisible until the rest of it sort of dries out.
Hundreds of them. It's very, very purple in here now. Purple rain, purple rain. It's like you step back into the 70s. When you're looking out the windows, it looks like an old 70s movie. Don't know if I like it. What do you guys think? Drop in the comments below. It's definitely unique. So Nick, what do you think of the purple tints?
I think this gives me flashbacks to when I used to consume a certain type of fungus.
Eat a glowing mushroom.
It's quite extreme. Oh, cheers, thank you. It's quite extreme.
Well, this is what Morris wanted. Just to confirm,
Yeah.
me or Nick had no choosing in this purple tint. This was all Morris. So this outcome is on Morris. We even sent him pictures after we did the first window and he told us to continue. So we have. Honestly, it's like sitting in a purple den when you're inside with all the doors closed. Oh well. So now we're going to crack on with getting the boards on the top of this bed, and then we're going to make something here to be able to extend out so Morris can actually extend the whole length of himself on the bed. Let's get started on that. We're starting to board up the bed. Now the way we're doing it is we've cut the wood to the exact shape of where we would actually have the benches. So one there, one over there, and then we're going to put another one in the middle. We're leaving the gaps, obviously there's airflow for the mattress and it doesn't get all mouldy and stuff like that. Let's get these all stuck in. That's all three in. Now we just have to get the mattress off the roof. Put it back in the right way around this time with the memory foam on the top, and then we can cut the corners and make sure it fits properly. And we'll be using the trusty bread knife. That's the way to go. With this purple lights now, it reminds me of Amsterdam. So now that the bed and everything's in, we're now going to work on the piece that's going to come here, so that when Morris is sleeping he can actually lay out completely, so it'll be an additional piece that he can put in so he can lie straight and stretch out. Nick is designing this. I don't quite understand how he's doing it or what he's doing with it, so we'll just have to wait until Nick finishes it before we can understand it.
These will be the leg supports. The board for the bed will have these runners along it, so you drop it in and then it locks in. Okay. And when you want to take it out, you lift it up that end first and pull that out.
Okay, let's go for it.
Please, Sikaflex, if you're listening to this, that's what we want, is Sikaflex sponsorship. tell everyone how amazing your product is. That's right, it's just that the local youths, they get a bit excited before they get put down. Going anywhere now.
Yeah, it's additional leg all in. That's been Sikaflex to the ground as well, with the little lip, so it should be able to fit. Let's check if it fits. That in there like that, with the new beam on it. I suppose it kind of makes sense.
And that way you're only left with a hole rather than.
Yeah. Makes sense, right? Get that side done then. Get that one done, and then that one, and we're laughing.
Yo.
So frame now made on this side. So the way it's going to work is that there's going to be beams that come across and slide into those legs there that Nick's made, and then the board's obviously going to be bolted to those pieces of wood. So we can just remove the board when needed and put it away or on top of the bed, and then at night you can just put that down and then you can stretch his legs out completely. And all we've taken up is that little bit of space there. Looks good. So that's the extra bed in. Extra bed structure, I should say. Extends out.
And I'm like 19 stone, so.
Right, show us how you put it in and out.
So look, see here? Obviously this needs sanding down and finishing, but you slide it forward.
Those three pegs peg into those little holes that you made.
So when we board it up, all you'll see on the front is a little hole rather than something sticking out.
Pretty cool. And then it sits on this bed structure here, which will then obviously be covered as well. Pretty well structured. It doesn't need any legs or anything as well. It is a little bit heavy to put in, but the structure that you're getting from it, and then when you're finished you can just store it in the front here. Obviously it's got the piece of the mattress that we're about to cut to put on top of it, but you'll be able to store it here in the front during the day when you're parked up. Morris wanted to be able to have not just this part of the bed, but be able to sprawl out completely. So
this bed is actually now 2 meters long.
2 meters long. Right, put it in again, show them how easy it is to put in then, with one person. Done. In. Jump on it again so they can see the strength of it. I'm gonna check for flex.
Like I said, I'm 19 stone.
And there's no flex there at all. There we go. Fully on there. Now we're just gonna cut that bit of the mattress to fit on top of there. During the day you can take that out and put the piece of mattress up at the back. Right, let's cut the mattress and then that's us done for today, I think. Fantastic. So here is the finished product with the bed and the tint. Let's have a look. So you've now got a full 2 meter bed, and this part is all removable. Mattress has all been cut. Tint is all in. Very psychedelic indeed. But yeah, looking good. Nick, do you want to jump on and have a look and see what you look like on there? How comfortable it is it? See, no flex there, straight up. It's looking cool. How tall are you, Nick? 6 foot?
6 foot, 19 stone.
Right, lie down straight. Let's see what kind of gaps you've got in a T4. So that's you. So that's you lying out. You've still got room at your head there, and still plenty of room at your feet. So for one person to lay out in here, there's more than enough room. That looks pretty cool. Everyone, well, that's us for another video. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. Drop your comments below. What do you guys think of the tint? If there's anything you think we should change, drop it in the comments, let us know. Follow us next week when we're going to be getting the furniture board and starting to finishing everything off, covering everything, making it look nice. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.
Make love.